Good morning, internets. It is a beautiful, sunny morning here in Las Vegas after the rainstorms of the past 2 days. Everything seems to have dried out. We got sunshine and a couple little clouds here and there, and that's all good by me, man. My starting temperature this morning is 47 degrees, and it's weird. The temperature hasn't really changed, but my range went down today. I started with 33 miles. You know, in October, when temperatures were pretty similar, but it was a lot drier out, I was getting, I started the day with, between 37 and 42 miles of range on the battery. This morning, 33. And that seems to be one of the quirkier things about the Volt. It has days where it's in better moods than others, and I get better range. So that seems to be one of the things where it gets its little bit of personality. And that has been one of the things about driving an electric car that I kind of miss from my internal combustion cars, is finding those of you out there who are like serious car guys, you'll understand. I'm trying to find the spirit of my car. Every car I've ever driven has its own little personality, has its quirks, has its spirit, and the Volt, I've had to do some digging because it's my first electric car, and it has far fewer quirks. It doesn't, like that, the way your car is in a bad mood when it starts up when it's cold, or it gets better mileage when it's in a good mood. You guys might think I'm crazy. I know some of you out there are watching this on your phone or your computer right now going, she gets it. My car does have a spirit. I knew it. It does. The spirit of my last car and I were incompatible. The Volkswagen, I had a lot of love for that car, but it didn't love me back. We were in a very abusive, one-sided relationship. So that one didn't work out for me as well. But that seems to be one of the quirkier things about the Volt, is I'm starting to learn its personality and its little spirit. And one of the ways it tells me how it's doing is the range I start out with in the beginning of the day. So that's this morning's range talk for the Chevy Volt. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about, and I know, shocker, Tesla. All right, so see, what happened was Elon said that he wants to build a restaurant at a Tesla charging station. So when you go and you park your Tesla and you're waiting there for it to charge up for an hour, there'll be a restaurant there. And he says, okay, but not just a restaurant, a 50s diner type restaurant where a car hop comes out to you on roller skates and brings you stuff. Sort of past meets present meets future thing. I don't know. This sounds like a very interesting idea to me. What do you guys think about the idea of taking these EV charge stations and making them into attractions of some kind? Because this idea that Elon was talking about just got wackier and wackier. And he goes, yeah, when you pull up, the screen in your Tesla will have the menu will just automatically pop up for the restaurant. You can boop, 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 and order right from your car, and then somebody will bring it right out to you, and it can get billed automatically, and blah, 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 like making it super, super easy to consume whatever products they have available while you're also charging. Now, I like the idea of, while I'm going to sit there and charge anyway, I might as well have a cheeseburger and a milkshake. I like this idea. I am pro cheeseburgers and I'm pro milkshakes, so this all sounds good to me. He also said, I want a giant screen outside, and it's going to just show the greatest movie clips from all of the movies of the last 100 years or whatever. According to whom are these the best movie clips? I don't know. Don't know who's going to choose them. Obviously, this is just talk at this point. And we've had a lot of promises from Elon that haven't necessarily come true. So, just because Elon says it doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I don't know. I kind of like the idea. I like the idea of being able to get something that I want while I'm charging. I less like the idea of that charging time, if I'm a Tesla driver, that charging time being used to sell me other things that I don't want, or sell me other things that I don't need. But hey, man, that's the American way. If you have an opportunity, you have an audience in a space, then what we have chosen to do with groups of people in this country is we advertise to them and we sell to them as much as possible, as effectively as possible, as quickly as possible. And why not? More and more people are driving electric cars, and more people are going to be charging at these charge points, and they're going to be sitting there while they're doing it. When I go and when you put gas, I don't know if they're doing this everywhere. We have a lot of weird stuff in Las Vegas that isn't in other places, and I end up in the Las Vegas bubble sometimes, so you got to forgive me. A lot of weird things get tested here. because we have people from everywhere, but we still have a small town, but not really. But I don't know. We have a lot of weird technologies that get tested here, especially from fast food and things like that. But our gas pumps have TV screens on the top of them right now. Just about every gas pump you go to, and as soon as you start fueling, and I hate it, they have the volume turned all the way up on these damn things. A commercial will come on, and a local news person will be telling you the deal inside of the convenience store that's right out there. Oh, you're paying at the pump, but don't forget to go inside and get yourself a coffee or get yourself a fountain drink or blah, 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 blah. So they're already advertising to us when we're buying fuel. Why wouldn't they advertise and try to sell us things when we're charging our cars? It makes perfect sense to me. And there's probably a lot of money to be made there. One, just out of my own personal curiosity, where are you guys at? Like, what cities do you live in? Where in the country? And do you have the TV screens built into the gas pumps where you are that yell at you and try to sell you things? Or is that just a Vegas thing? And if you do have them, how long have you had them? Is it just recent? Because we've had them for about 4 years now. And I'm interested in that. If you guys have the Coca-Cola Freestyle machines in your town at Wendy's or McDonald's or other places that serve Coca-Cola products, if you have those Freestyle machines, they tested them here in Las Vegas years ago before they tested them anywhere else. And it's stuff like that. We get weird consumer things of that nature here before they go into a lot of other markets. So I'd be really interested to hear about, like, do you guys have the gas pump thing where you live? And then second, what do you think about there being a restaurant or some kind of attraction at the places where you charge your car out in public? Now, since I drive an EREV, extended range electric vehicle, I very rarely have to charge out in public. If free charging is available someplace, I always take advantage of it. But I don't charge at charge points where I have to, like, preload a card or anything like that, because there's really no point. I just charge in my own home every evening, and that's the most affordable way for me to do that. Oh, there's construction equipment on this truck right next to me, and those of you who know me personally know I have no power to focus when there's a giant truck moving another giant truck. Oh, it's so cool! If I was a less responsible YouTuber, I'd be grabbing my camera all the time and showing you guys all of the crazy stuff that happens around me on the highway. But I actually really hate it when I see other YouTubers do that. Like, as cool as the shots are that I get from, Alejandro or Parker or Damon at DDE or any of that stuff, they're always driving, like, with the camera out on a stick in front of them and, like, aiming it around and pointing it in their own face while they're driving usually a really powerful vehicle, and it bums me out because I'm like, you guys are gonna crash your cars and get hurt, and then we're not gonna have your content anymore. So I geek out on stuff on the freeway, and I know I don't grab the camera and show you guys, but that's just because one, highway patrol will get me if they see me goofing around with the device, and two, I really don't want to get killed or kill anybody else. Anyway, I digress. What do you guys think about having attractions at these Tesla charging points or any real charging points? We kind of already have that here in Las Vegas, because when I do charge for free, I go and charge at Stations casinos here in Las Vegas. There's the strip casinos, and then there's locals casinos. I don't gamble at all, like not slot machines, not table games, nothing. Zero much gambling. But casinos have very many cool things, like 24-hour bowling and 24-hour movie theaters and late night super cheap buffets. And I mean, if I can go bowling, see a movie, and have sushi, waffles, salad, and ice cream in the same meal, and I'm going to do all that for 30 bucks, like, why would I not do that? You're of course going to go do that. Like, that's what locals casinos are for. They're for those really good deals, and really, really bad carpet. And the people running them are actually ancient lizard people. It's very interesting. By which I mean the staff is much less attractive than it is on the strip, but that's good. It takes the pressure off. But the Stations casinos all over town, like Palace Station, Texas Station, Fiesta Station, like all the Stations casinos have free EV charging. All you have to do is ask. You drive up to valet and you say, hey, can I park an electric vehicle parking? And they'll just direct you to where in the parking garage that you can go plug in. Now I go inside, and what do? I eat at a restaurant. I watch a movie. I do something that I was gonna do anyway and get my vehicle charged. So in a way that I'm already familiar with the concept of, okay, I'm gonna go consume while I'm charging. And a lot of places are offering free electric vehicle charging for exactly that reason. They know you're going to hang out for an hour or two while you charge your car. And while you're doing that, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to show you things that you might want to buy, and you might buy those things while you're there. And it ends up working out great for everybody. The idea of having... But these are all places that are businesses that we're going to sell to people that we then... put electric vehicle charging points at after the fact, like they've been retrofitted essentially. This is kind of, you know, sort of the reverse of that, where we're starting with an electric vehicle charging point, Tesla charge point in this case, and then we take that charge point and we add an attraction to it to make it a place where you want to be and stay longer, and where they can sell you more things and make more fun to charge your car. You know, I don't know. I'm pretty interested in that. What do you guys think about this? I think it's a really brilliant marketing opportunity. If they actually do it, I'd love to go see it. The first place that Elon suggested doing it is someplace in Southern California. I'm not really sure where. But if they do build it into a restaurant, I promise you guys, I will find a way to get to California, check it out, and make a post from there, okay? The Southern California coastline is about 4.5 hours from where I live now. It's very doable. People drive there all the time. I've got family in SoCal, so it'd be really cool if they do decide to do that. I would love to make a special trip out there just to see that particular attraction. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Other than that, it's just a normal Wednesday. I'm trying to get through the week, doing the best we all can. Got, you know, day job, and then evening appointments, and yada yada yada. How's everybody else doing? What y'all got going on? This is your first time on the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by, and please consider subscribing right over here. Here's some other videos we think you might enjoy right about here. My name is Catherine with EVs of Nevada. I hope everybody's having a really great day. Make sure you are driving safe, and yeah, I think that's about it. So please remember to like, subscribe, and smile.